The Morrison family's home burned to the ground at 2 a.m., and in the chaos of escape, their beloved cat, Luna, vanished into the flames. For a month, they searched desperately while 7-year-old Emma cried herself to sleep each night. When they returned to survey the charred ruins, their golden retriever Buddy began digging obsessively in the backyard, returning to the same spot day after day, pressing his head to the ground as if listening. When Emma finally knelt beside him and put her ear to the dirt, her face went pale. The Morrison family had 15 years of memories in their home. At 2 in the morning, smoke detectors screamed. James bolted upright, his lungs already burning. Thick smoke rolled through the bedroom. They stumbled toward Emma's room. Their golden retriever Buddy barked frantically, racing between them and their daughter's door. James scooped up the confused 7-year-old. The smoke was getting thicker. Buddy stayed at their heels as they rushed toward the front door. They burst onto the lawn, gasping for clean air. Neighbors were already calling for help. Firefighters arrived and began battling the blaze. Rebecca's mind raced through everything inside. Then her heart stopped. She asked where Luna was. Their cat was still inside. Rebecca ran toward the house. 2 firefighters caught her before she reached the porch. She screamed for Luna. James pulled her back as they both called for their cat until their voices gave out. By dawn, only the frame and foundation remained. Insurance would cover temporary housing, but Rebecca couldn't stop thinking about Luna. Emma asked about her cat constantly. They had no answers. They moved into a rental. Rebecca spent her days calling shelters and posting Luna's photo online. She drove through their old neighborhood calling the cat's name. Nothing. Emma cried herself to sleep every night asking if Luna was scared. Rebecca promised they'd keep searching even as hope faded. Buddy seemed different since the fire. He'd always been playful, but now he spent hours staring out windows. The vet said animals could experience trauma too. A month after the fire, contractors called about starting the rebuild. The family drove to their property. The moment James opened the car door, Buddy leaped out and bolted toward the backyard. James called after him, annoyed. Buddy reached an area near where the garden used to be and started digging furiously. Rebecca tried to pull him away. Buddy resisted, his paws throwing dirt everywhere. James grabbed his collar and dragged him back to the car. But every time they visited over the next week, the same thing happened. Buddy would race to that exact spot and resume digging. The hole was becoming substantial. Rebecca wondered if he was trying to bury something, maybe processing the trauma in his own way. Animals had strange coping mechanisms sometimes. James decided to fill the hole in. Buddy could hurt himself digging that deep, maybe cut his paws on debris or twist a leg. He grabbed a shovel from the contractor's truck and approached the area. Buddy's entire body went rigid. A low growl rumbled from his throat, his lips pulled back from his teeth. James stepped back, shocked. Their gentle dog had never shown aggression toward anyone in the family. Rebecca called Buddy away and suggested they just let him dig. Maybe he needed this. Maybe it was helping him heal. They'd deal with filling the hole later. 2 days later, Emma begged to visit the property after school. Buddy was at his hole immediately, digging frantically. Rebecca stood watching him. Something about his behavior seemed purposeful. He would dig, then stop completely. His head would press against the ground, his body still. After a few moments, he'd start digging again. The pattern repeated. Rebecca mentioned it to James that night. She said it looked like Buddy was listening for something. James said they'd all been through trauma. Emma overheard them. The next day after school, she begged to visit. They drove over in the late afternoon. Buddy ran straight to his hole and began digging frantically. Emma knelt beside him. She watched him dig, then press his head to the ground. After a moment, she lay down and put her ear against the dirt, copying what Buddy had been doing. Emma's face changed. Her eyes went wide. She told her parents she heard something. James said it was probably settling soil, but Emma insisted. She said it sounded like a cry. Rebecca walked over and pressed her ear against the earth. At first, nothing. Then, faint and muffled, she heard it. A weak meow from somewhere deep below. Rebecca's hands shook. She told James to call for help immediately. Something was alive down there. The fire department arrived with specialized equipment. They excavated carefully. At 4 feet, they hit something solid. The firefighters brushed away soil to reveal old wooden boards. Could something really be down there after all this time? The firefighters pried the boards open, revealing a dark space below. One descended with a flashlight. His beam cut through the darkness of what appeared to be an old storm cellar. From above, the family heard him call out. He'd found a cat. When he emerged, he was cradling Luna. The cat looked terrible. Her body was skeletal, but her chest was moving. Rebecca sobbed as the firefighter placed Luna in her arms. The cat managed a weak purr. Emma pressed her face against Luna's fur, crying. James stood with his hand on Buddy's head. The veterinarian said Luna was severely dehydrated and malnourished. Her survival was remarkable. She'd likely been drinking condensation from the stone walls. There must have been just enough air circulation to keep her breathing. The fire marshal explained what they'd discovered. The storm cellar had been built in the early 1900s, then forgotten. Decades of soil had buried it completely. There was a gap in the home's foundation that led directly into the cellar. During the fire, Luna had fled through that gap. When the house collapsed, debris sealed the entrance. She'd been trapped in darkness for 32 days, just feet below where her family had been grieving. Buddy had heard her faint cries from the first day. His ears had detected what no human could hear. He'd been trying to tell them all along. Luna recovered slowly over the following weeks. She never left Rebecca's side, as if afraid she'd be lost again. Emma read to her every night before bed, and Buddy earned a permanent place as the family hero. They'd lost their home and almost everything inside it, but because one loyal dog refused to stop digging, they hadn't lost what mattered most. What would you have done if your pet kept digging in the same spot after a tragedy?